Stormwood and Associates is a production of the Nerd and Tie Podcast Network. For more podcasts from actual play to true crime to witchcraft, go to nerdandtie.com or join our community on Discord by finding an invite at nerdandtie.com/discord. Over 100 years ago, the dark wizard Hollowell prophesied his return, but Sheriff Aesop Stormwood swore his descendants would stop him. He created Stormwood and Associates with the sole purpose of defeating Hollowell in the future. It failed. Now the young Raz Stormwood and her friends have been framed for a crime they didn't commit, and they've escaped to the Morris Halata Underground. Today, still wanted by the government, they survive operating on the edge of society. If you have a problem, they can solve it. But don't get in their way, or else you might get caught in the eye of the storm. Stormwood and Associates stars Gen Proc as Raz Stormwood, Nick Izumi as Bill Carpathia, Kyle Johnson as Tristan Babbitt, and Trey Dorn as NK and Kel O'Reilly. Previously on Stormwood and Associates.
Bill and company were summoned to Pleasant Valley after one of Bill's friends asked them to participate in this magic tournament of sorts. The tournament, a Sangreal tournament, is a fight for a magical item of ridiculous power using historical and mythological figures summoned for a big ol' battle royale. They also met up with a creepy priest named George, and eventually met Oscar and his mythical servant Izo, the famous assassin from the Edo period.
Also known as Samurai Guy.
Also known as Samurai Guy. Or Swordsman.
Or Sword Dude.
So we left off, the gang were talking to themselves about who they might summon when the time comes. Alright. Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, also you guys are staying in a motel owned by a weirdly prudish dwarf.
Porn dwarf.
Yes, porn dwarf. Who's really upset about the pornographies.
So upset that we know he watches a lot of it.
Alright, it's morning. You guys are still at this motel. What are you gonna do?
Is there breakfast?
Yeah, is there a continental breakfast in the lobby?
So yeah, there's like a at the main office area, there is a selection of 4 different kinds of cereal.
Is there a vending
There's some
machine?
orange juice, and there's some milk.
Is there a vending machine?
Yes.
What's in the vending machine?
We got a couple of kinds of potato chips. 5 different flavors of combos for some reason. And the saddest looking beef jerky in the world.
Any candy in there?
Yes.
Okay, good. Are there gummy bears?
No.
What fruit-flavored candies are available?
There's some Starburst.
I'm buying all of the Starburst.
Okay.
Just sitting there, popping in quarters, or feeding dollar bills in, and just literally buying the entire row of Starburst, like as far back as it goes.
What kind of cereals are they?
You got some Cheerios. You got some Rice Krispies, except like not on brand, like the knockoff.
Mhm.
So like crispy oats, crisp rice, looped fruits, a knockoff Lucky Charms.
Marshmallow Mateys?
Yes, marshmallow mateys.
Those are better than real Lucky Charms.
They are.
And what appears to be cornflakes, but you're not sure.
How many packages of Starburst am I able to purchase here?
I hadn't actually put that much thought into it. Let's
Roll a d10? I don't know.
yeah, that's what I'm doing. 4.
4. Okay. How old are these? Like, are they still chewable, or are they like rock hard?
They're a little tough. They're a little tough.
Okay, good to know. Still going for them.
Oh, Raz is gonna have a bowl of the knockoff Fruit Loops with orange juice. And by that I mean she's putting the orange juice in the bowl with the cereal and eating it together.
Like a lactose intolerant person.
Babbitt will just have a glass of orange juice.
Okay. Bill likes the crispy rice. He's A-okay with the crispy rice.
You know, this is not a bad motel. It's actually like breakfast items.
I mean,
You're lucky if you find like a coffee pot at these things usually.
hey, speaking of which,
He's spending
Where-
all this money on breakfast and not making any money on porn.
I mean, I got nothing.
Like,
This is what he does.
if he's making enough money to do this and like give breakfast, like if he was selling porn, think of like you get one of those pancake machines where you press the button and it like almost like prints a pancake.
I can't say I've ever seen that. I've seen like the waffle irons.
No, it's like it uses, so it's like those except it's automated. Like there's a little conveyor belt where you push the button and it like just like drops the ballot onto the batter onto like a little conveyor belt that heats it up and like pours through and then just like spits out a pancake at the end.
Huh. I can't say I've encountered that.
They're
in
amazing.
all honesty.
Oh, they're great. Like, I mean, don't get me wrong, I like waffles. I like waffles a lot. But you have to actually work to get those waffles versus the pancake. You just push the button.
Oh.
You don't have to worry about like a puddle of like, batter like surrounding like a pool underneath the batter thing. You don't have to worry about some bozo not having used the oil on the waffle irons. I'm just saying, this guy,
Man, it's not a bad call.
this guy could like make so much more money, and like, if he just started doing what every other motel does, and I shove a handful of Starburst to my mouth.
Are those even edible?
It's her farm.
All right.
I mean, the orange ones are kind of gross. But I never like the orange ones.
Fair. Now, let's see if we can figure out where the, let's see if they actually have one of those churches in the area. That sounds like what Oscar wanted us to go to in the first place.
Well, where is Oscar? Couldn't we just ask him?
I'm a little nervous oh, hey, a text. Bill looks down at his phone. There is indeed a text from Oscar. All right. He's saying to, he sent me the address to, one of the, Church of Sanctuary of Mercy here in the area. There's apparently guess they have a church out here.
So weird.
As if they weren't weird enough as is.
No, but you get a group like that like centers around like grabbing refugees from other realities or something like that somehow still exists, whatever. Like, I mean, the implications means there's probably something seriously wrong under this town or something, like town full of like a secret cave full of giants or something that are like making books. Or beer. I mean, whatever they do, whatever monks do.
Based on our previous encounter with the church, like, it probably would be something horrifyingly world-breaking, but the horrifying world-breaking thing is doing something unbelievably mundane.
Yeah. Like, there's a giant floating eyeball that's, like, taking up crocheting.
I mean, it could be worse. It could be trying to kill us.
Would that be worse?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with worse.
Imagine a giant eyeball handling crochet needles.
I mean,
that's the most disgusting thing I can think of.
I mean, fair.
The needles next to the eye, the hook, and okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's why don't we go take a look or see what's going on there? Maybe we can finally get properly involved in this, if that's the plan anyway.
I mean, could just leave. Just, I'm not saying we should, but I just want to put that back out here. We don't have to.
This is a whole lot of weird stuff.
We can stay. I'm not trying to, I'm just saying that, sometimes we have to decide what battles are worth fighting. And I don't want to get shot by Teddy Roosevelt. In the cold light of day, I don't know that I want to get shot by Teddy Roosevelt.
I mean, no, that's fair. That's legitimate.
I feel like it'd be an honor to be shot by Teddy Roosevelt.
I mean, on the other hand, is it even really Teddy Roosevelt, or is it a familiar construction of
I don't
Teddy
know.
Roosevelt?
Does it matter?
I don't know.
If
you would know better than any
does he
any
think
of us.
okay, so would he think he's Teddy Roosevelt? Would he have the memories of Teddy Roosevelt? Because then you're just splitting hairs, because sword dudes seem to have the real dude's memories, right?
He did, yeah, that was the impression that I got.
So does it matter whether or not it's actually the guy if he thinks he's the guy and remembers being the guy with the actual memories of the guy?
He's effectively the guy.
From my point of view, he's the guy. Because the original guy is dead anyway, so he's the best photocopy ever.
That seems to be what they're doing. Good morning, everyone. You hear a familiar voice. Walking into the breakfast area is the creepy priest from last night, Father George.
Why are you hanging out in motel office lobbies? In a motel you're not staying at. That's a weird thing to do.
I heard word from one of the participants that you've been made aware of the rules of the Sangreal tournament.
Have we?
I'm afraid I can't allow you to leave the town now. Unless you plan to participate, of course.
Uh-huh. And how would you prevent us from leaving the town?
The church has many powers.
Also, why didn't you go... Did you not go to our rooms first?
I saw you in here from the window. It seemed much more simple. You should rejoice. Being allowed to take part in the
Should
tournament
have cast that
is
word on
something...
the whole frickin' motel.
It's something to be proud of.
What would you be using to keep us in the town?
That's for me to know.
Magic, right? Probably magic.
I'm taking out a Sharpie, writing a rune on my hand. Uh-huh.
Yeah, we got magic too.
I'm casting protection from being kept in this town.
Okay, I don't know how I can
So, yeah,
roll against that.
here's some fun. So, protection against thing.
Okay.
So, I don't think... Yeah, so, okay, never mind. I can't do that. I hoist by my own petard. I thought I could rule hack my own rules, and then I read how I wrote it. It's only... I can't think of a way to justify my own action there. Sorry. It's... Because the rule explicitly says prevents something from crossing into an area. So, like, I could make it so people trying to toss me out of town couldn't get in my car or enter a room, but I can't, like, just protect against a spell getting cast. Boo. Boo. Whoever wrote this rule was an asshole.
I mean... Your words, dude. Like...
I know. Boo. Yeah. I'm still writing a rune, like I'm doing something. I'm being
we
suspicious.
look forward to seeing you at the church today. Come at your leisure.
Wait,
But please consider doing it before sundown. For your own good.
just a quick question.
Yes, my child?
Could you hold this for a second? Hand him a Starburst.
Alright. He takes it.
Does he do anything with it?
He squeezes it between his fingers.
Okay. Does he do anything with it after that?
And why do you want me to hold this?
It was just an experiment. I put my hand out.
Okay. He sets it down. He gives it back to you. It's a bit petrified.
Perfect. Okay. I put it in my bag.
Remember, swing by the church before sundown.
Got it, churchy boy.
Quite the attitude.
Well, Raz has hopped up on bowl number 3 of Fruit Loops and orange juice, so you bet your Tootsie she's gonna get sassy today.
He exits.
Okay. So now that he's gone, I'm going to cast tracking.
Yeah, what was that?
I'm casting tracking, which requires me to have an object that the person has physically touched.
Ah.
Yeah. And I'm going to roll to see how well my tracking ward works. Fuck yes! I rolled a 10.
Oh no.
There's a scale on the tracking ward. If it's 1 through 3, I can just get their direction. 4 to 6 means I can track them bi-directionally for an hour. 7 to 9 means I can casually keep tracking as long as I want. But 10 means the wardsmith can not only continuously track the target, but knows their exact location at all times until I decide to stop tracking. I know where this fucker's gonna be at all times.
Probably for the better.
Yeah. Yeah.
Didn't plan for that.
I just needed something that he had definitely touched.
Ugh. I just hate his laugh.
He's a creep,
Ugh,
and now we can avoid.
So creepy.
And I know exactly where he is all the time, right now, which means we never have to be in the same room with him, ever.
Yes.
If he comes again, we can get out the back.
I mean, unless he, is at the church when we go there, we might have to be in the same room with him then.
Right, but then it's on our terms.
That's true. I mean, I can't knock that.
Or I can know when he goes into a bathroom and lock him in it.
I don't know. That guy weirds me out.
Yeah, he's real.
Something fierce. Yeah, well, we might as well, I don't know. When do you guys want to head over there?
I mean, whenever you want to. I mean, I don't care. What else are we going to do in this town? Not watch porn?
You're really hung up on that, aren't you?
It's just so weird. From this entire kind of hotel makes their primary income source typically on this kind of thing. And I'm not seeing a lot of other customers to justify the rest of the operating cost to pay for 4 different kinds of cereal, even if they're generics.
I mean, yeah.
It's a confusing business model, and that apparently if he's doing this well, imagine how well he could be doing. I'm just saying that I wouldn't mind investing in a business that, was doing better.
I feel that. Little ouch, but I feel it.
Why would that be? Okay, I don't know what hang up you have.
I meant in regards to how our business is doing these
No,
days.
our business is our business is our business. You can't feel bad about your entrepreneurship because an evil wizard has been secretly hiding in one of your best friends. Or your best friend was hiding in a wizard. It's very confusing. Especially since Kel still looks like him.
Yeah, that is pretty weird. I've been meaning to talk to him about that. But, I don't know how to, bring that up. So, hey, so you and Magic Hitler kind of look the same. That's weird.
Well, what would you expect him to look like? That's
I don't know.
That's what he looks like.
He did look like
that's
that guy,
fair.
the Superman Teen Wolf guy.
That,
For 5 minutes.
I mean, yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll figure this out.
Well, I mean, now that he's hologram, he can look like whoever he wants, right?
No, that's what I'm saying.
True.
Yeah.
He doesn't have to look like Magic Hitler.
Yeah.
It's
We can
true.
make him different skins. Like Winamp.
You know, you guys have your comms on, and I'm technically always listening to you.
How would you like new skin?
Well, I mean, it depends on what do you mean by new skin.
Well, you can look like whoever you want.
Yeah, I know, but I look like
Instead of
this.
Magic Hitler.
Hey, look. I don't know, man. Like, it's my face. He doesn't get to take my face. I don't care if it was his face first. I made it look better.
I mean, he kind of already took your face. Like, he's walking around with it right now.
Right, no, but technically I took his face. So I'm saying that I did more to make that face good looking than he ever did, and I get to call dibs.
Yeah, he's pretty shit at contouring.
That's fair.
Okay,
Well,
Okay, anyways.
This has been weird. We should go to the church.
Kel said he's always listening.
Yeah, that's also weird.
Like, always?
That's just shrugs. She's kind of used to it at this point.
I am a little curious on how always is.
I've had some very private phone calls.
I have not.
You had only public phone calls.
Don't judge me.
Too late.
Where's the creepy priest?
Alright, creepy priest seems to be making his way, toward, he's, from what you can tell, he's not headed toward, the church. He's headed in a different direction.
So you guys want to go to the church or you want to follow the creepy priest?
I feel like we should go to the church to at least get some groundwork laid out, but maybe someone should keep an eye on the priest. See what he's up to. Or down to.
Okay. I'm
Or,
gonna
you
go
know,
follow the creepy
two.
priest. We've got 2 cars.
Works for me.
Yeah, okay.
I'm guessing that you're gonna need... I'm guessing I'm gonna need to go to the church in the first place, since as the licensed magic user, I'm guessing I'm
You
doing
are not
the summoning.
licensed.
The formerly licensed magic user.
A trained magic user, yes.
Trained, yes.
Yeah,
But
yes.
The arcane magic user.
The
I have a
one who
question.
could be in this competition.
If Kel inhabited my body, because he knows magic,
Yeah, but he's
can I
technically
compete?
he's technically back in Morris, and that's like a couple-hour drive. You'd have to let Mara get on your motorcycle.
I don't want to do that.
Assuming Mara is still somewhere to be found today. He couldn't find her for hours yesterday, and then, finally got her. And also that means that we're risking Kel's life. Because if something happens to the gem, no more Kel.
Yeah.
That's a lot of danger to throw Kel into.
Okay.
I'm just saying that if we're going to drag Kel out into the real world, it better be for, a really good reason.
Man, because I figured out who I would summon as my familiar.
Who would you summon?
Macho Man Randy Savage.
Not Ace of Stormwood. Not Ace of Storm... Macho Man Randy not the guy who possibly single-handedly defeated
You wouldn't
Hollowell.
want to meet Macho Man Randy Savage at least once? Come on.
No. I feel like that's a don't meet your heroes situation up and down. You don't want to find out what he was actually like.
I feel like that's just a don't meet Macho Man Randy Savage.
No, I mean, like, look
What?
at Hulk Hogan. He's the most disappointing human being on the world.
Man, if there's one you don't want to
Right
meet,
up
it's the
there,
Ultimate
anyway.
Warrior.
Which one?
Yeah, like the wrestling one or like the famous elf?
No, there was more than one wrestling one.
There was more than one wrestling one? Oh my god.
At least that's the rumor. I don't know.
Yeah, we're gonna be here all day if we start talking wrestling stuff. Let's get a boogie on.
Sounds good. Anyone else going with NK to follow the priest?
I'm good on my own.
Alright. Sounds good.
All right.
Bye.
So when I get to my car, I am going to drive casual.
Okay.
Which is, because I don't want him knowing that I'm following him. And so...
Sounds good. And he's a weird guy.
Yeah. Like, if he goes into a building or something, I'm not going to follow him in, because I'm obviously not going to, like, engage. Where did that guy go? Alright, I got an 8. So, he's got to roll a 9 or a 10 to see me.
Okie dokie. Oh, you're not lucky.
Oh, shit.
You can, the car in front of you, is clearly can tell that you're following.
Okay, I'm just keep following him. If he tries to lose me, we've got rules for that.
Alrighty. He just keeps driving regularly.
Great. I keep tailing him. And I know that it's him in the car because I'm tracking him, not the car.
Mm-hmm.
I may fall a few blocks back if I think he's, like, clearly just... if he's noticeably driving in circles. I may pull over and wait. See where he ends up. Because I don't have to be on his tail to, like, follow him.
This is true. He doesn't know that, though.
No. So I'm going to say that I'm going to park and wait and then see if he stops somewhere.
Okay.
You can... Yeah.
He starts driving in circles for a bit.
I play some Pokemon Go.
After he has gone around the block about 4 or 5 times, he changes directions.
Okay, I'm going to start driving the direction he's going, but just on parallel roads.
Okay.
You
Good call.
You can let everyone go to the church now while I'm doing this.
Sounds good. Alright, so the rest of the team pull up at a slightly more humble looking Church of Sanctuary. Not as big as the one that you found back in the original Sanctuary storyline, but clearly similar architecture. So, this is the place.
Yep.
So now what? Do we go register?
Yeah, I'm not entirely sure how this would work. Should we go to the front door? Man, I figure that'd be the best place to... Let's go in.
Yeah, what are we gonna do? Like, climb over the side of the walls and just, like, drop in from the ceiling? Hey, guys.
I don't think they'd appreciate that.
Yeah.
That would
front
be the
door.
fun way to do this.
I know it.
Would it? Yes. Should we? Maybe not.
We go in the front door.
Okay, so as you guys enter, You can see there's a couple of nuns in similar habits to the ones that you saw at the Church of Sanctuary. And sitting near the front of the church is a familiar purple shape. He turns around.
You know, it's so good that NK's not there.
The foot and a half tall humanoid purple creature with axolotl-like gills and a weird blank stare turns to meet you. This time, though, he is wearing what appears to be a Roman collar and nothing else.
Oh, no way.
Oh,
What?
he's so cute!
Hello, Ben! And I see you brought Ben, and Ben as well.
Yeah, I did!
Good! What a joy to see you, Ben.
It was a joy to see you too. We're here to participate. Well, Ben's here to participate in the what is it? The Sangreal?
The Sangreal tournament.
Yeah.
You. I heard tell that you might want to join the conflict, Ben. I'm not sure that's advisable, but it appears you are stuck here one way or the other.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to put Ben in.
Excellent.
I'm sure he'll do well though.
Why am I Ben? What is going on?
We're all just roll with it, man. We're all Ben.
Is this the guy you had in the bag?
Wait, there's something
Maybe?
about a guy in a bag?
Don't worry,
Silvercrown.
it's just a friend of mine.
I hope this was not too strenuous on you. Do you need another diamond?
Sure, I could use another diamond.
He reaches into his nose and pulls a diamond out.
Thanks.
You are welcome. Come. Do you have a catalyst to summon your familiar?
We do.
You do?
Mhm.
I am disappointed.
Why?
Because I gathered some very good catalysts for you.
Oh, well, I'll look at them. Show me them. I want to see what you got.
This. He pulls out from seemingly nowhere that you can tell a what appears to be an old wooden shield. This belonged to a knight of the Round Table,
Which one?
Sir Gwilfer. He could talk to birds.
Cool.
That was his only power.
Neat. What else you got?
He's like, wait, oh, this is a good one. He reaches behind something and pulls out what appears to be a golden fleece.
Oh, jeez.
Do you like the sheep?
I do like the sheep.
It is a good sheep.
Yeah.
Perhaps
Okay.
it would summon a great hero.
Oh, I'm sure.
Well, what did you bring? I am curious.
I bring out the pocket watch.
You can't summon characters from Full Metal Alchemist, Ben. They're not real.
No, I know. Oh,
How
you
did he
and
know
your-
what Full Metal Alchemist was? That's just
I
me
have-
out of character. Because I'm not there. Technically, Kel's listening, but NK's not paying attention to this. She's paying attention to the priest. The hell? That's Trey. Trey is saying, what the hell?
He's an eldritch horror. Like, come on. He has knowledge we have no comprehension of.
In the last few months, I have become ordained and watched nothing but Netflix. All of Netflix. Did you see that documentary about the dwarf mafia?
Halfling Mafia.
Halfling Mafia.
Curses!
Stormwood & Associates is a production of Nerd and Tie. You can find more information at nerdandtie.com/stormwood. You can also find us on social media at Nerd and Tie on Twitter, nerdandtie.tumblr.com, and facebook.com/nerdandtie. This podcast can be subscribed to on anywhere that major podcasts are found: iTunes, Spotify, Stitcher, Podbean, and quite a few other places, and anywhere that takes an RSS feed as well. To be continued. Hey, while you're still here, let me tell you about another podcast on the Nerd and Tie Network. And that's Let's Be Legendary. Let's Be Legendary, the Fey Wild West, is a 5th edition Dungeons & Dragons actual play game. So, an actual play game like this one, but like, in a system people actually use in the real world. Set in a homebrew Wild West steampunk world, the Fey Wild West follows two people discovering what it means to be in a relationship, all the while seeking revenge and learning the truth of their pasts. Let's Be Legendary podcast is an LGBTQ+ podcast with both main and minor characters, as well as players falling under the queer blanket. A heavy RP game with a focus on story and characters. And you can hear it every week here on the Nerd and Tie Network, and you can find all of their subscription information and links at nerdandtie.com/legendary.